That character is back, and did we just get our biggest link to The Shining? Let's break down Welcome to Derry episode 5. Pennywise taking the form of Matty for the whole episode shows he can literally be anybody at any time, and I'm looking at the patty cakes differently now. Speaking of, we find out that Lily's nurse is Ingrid Kirsch, potentially the same Mrs. Kirsch who wants Beverly to remain in Derry and scares her in the It films. Is that Pennywise's grandchild? Well, hit follow because I overanalyze film and TV, so you never have to. Remember the clown kid we saw in episode 3, right? The adult in this picture is Bob Gray, and that's who It identifies as in It Chapter 1. And we see him with a child and the iconic wagon, the same wagon we saw when Dick had a vision. That child would have to be Ingrid's mother, otherwise she would be the same age as the general, which adds even more weight to why It wanted Lily and the gang to head into the tunnels, and why I think the maturing pendant was missing when Lily was in Juniper Hill. What's weird is that she's cheating with Hank Grogan, Ronnie's dad, who said the truck was attacked. As I guess, Pennywise doesn't want Hank to leave, so there can be a mass event like the Bradley Gang Pop Out, which is like Pennywise's Game of Thrones Red Wedding. The event is known as the Augury, as pointed out by the natives, and this would likely be news related, as we keep getting hints of the civil rights movement, and the general was getting vexed watching the TV, yes my brother. And when Hank was going to Shawshank, Pennywise posed as a guard as everyone was getting worked up, and that brother was salivating at the drama. Speaking of, it sounds like Francis and Rose were the ones who stopped It in 1935, as Francis reveals a special government tablet let him remember everything, and Rosa kept a shard of meteorite from the last time, while the natives reveal Derry was built on top of its crash site and fear soaks the land. But Pennywise uses the sewers like a highway, culminating on Newport Street, an amazing throwback to the house we see in the Welcome to Derry intro and It chapters 1 and 2. And Leroy Hanlon is every brother in a horror because he relocates his family lickety split. But of course, the Scooby-Doo mystery gang take the SSRIs in what looks like a pre-developed area we see the Losers Club access in It chapter 1. What I like is that we saw Rich and Marge holding hands, and it makes you guess if they're parents of any of the future Losers Club, until we see the kids float and Pennywise shouts duck and cover, mocking the words we saw on the school in episode 1 and the nuclear safety video, almost taunting maturing the turtle. It's unclear whether the shard Lily used to repel him is what Taniel carried, or if this was placed there previously to prevent him leaving, but where the hell is Taniel? And our last major event has just unlocked Dick's powers, or blunted them. So Dick previously had to enter a trance to access his abilities. Well, once he's sucked underwater, we get given the idea his granddad was abusive, and the shine was a well-known fact in his family. In the box there were deadlights, and Dick seemingly beat Pennywise because there was colour and a pool in the bathroom. Not only that, but Dick was able to see Paulie, who had just sacrificed himself, for the first time in the waking world, just like how spirits were able to be seen in The Shining's Overlook. This episode was insane. I loved it. What did you think?